What is up, YouTube? It's been a while.
Heartbeats loud.
If this is your first time here, hi, my name is Vanessa and I go by ThatGirlSquats, and we are not in Texas anymore. Life has been crazy. Life has been different. I look different. And this is the start of a new series. We're going to call it the Yes Today series because every day is better than yesterday, and we are alive and well, and even through the thick of it, there's always something to look forward to. I have a lot of changes that have been happening right now. No, I'm not moving to California. I am just here because my 33rd birthday is this weekend. So, that being said, we want to start it off right with a new series. And I will talk about my changes slowly but surely. I will put a little bit more effort into the series as we go along. I will give some hints if I am not going to pull a full like Michaela Yagara, but let's just say we're making steps to focus on ourselves and share that journey with you guys. So that being said, I'm going to put a lot of the content that I have compiled over the years. So that's going to look like gym reviews throughout the country and actually outside of the country because we have some stuff in Canada, and we're going to be doing more traveling this year, which is super exciting. And then obviously here in California and Florida and just a bunch of the places that I've been to in the last couple of months. And next episode, it will be with Dan Ibrahim. He is actually at the Puerto Rico Pro. He's going to be competing tomorrow. He's a physique pro. And then I will also be doing I'll be doing a bunch of other workouts with some influencers and some other not so influencers, but people that I just enjoy. I know Mexican OT's dad, Chuck, is going to be doing one with me. Miss Jackie is going to do one with me. Asal is going to do one with me. So we have a lot of things moving and grooving, and I'm so excited to bring you along because, like I said, it's called the Yes Today series because we are in the mode of saying yes to things as long as it aligns with us, as long as it aligns with our vision, and as long as it aligns with our morals and values. Because right now, everything that I'm doing is focused on happiness. Just, what is it? I've said health, wealth, and a booty shelf. I used to say that before, but now it's even more so. So I would have made a little bit more of a thing for this video, but I forgot my laptop in Texas, which is a little problematic, but it's okay. We'll make it work. We're going to do things. But like I said, I wanted to show up on here, start the series Perfectly Imperfect. Sometimes it'll most likely just be on my phone for now as I'm navigating a bunch of stuff and obviously my travel and everything. But I also just want to set a precedent that not everything is going to be super cinematic yet until I streamline some of the new clients that I'm onboarding right now. That's also something to look forward to. So I've been doing run clubs, and I have started working with a new company for financial health and wellness, which is super freaking cool. A woman's empowerment, which is super freaking cool. And then also a vodka company. And the vodka company, they're allowing me to use with what I will, like in my vision, and partnering with other people that just makes sense. So my arm was starting to die. But so that being said, we're going to be doing a lot of stuff in Austin per usual. And we are going to partner with run clubs and a bunch of other things to grow the brand. And I'm so excited. It's going to be fun. We're just ironing out some contract stuff. But those are all things that I will actually bring you along with at the end of, well, not at the end of it, throughout it. So Exciting. Let me get this running and then maybe I'll talk about some lessons learned before I close out this video. So I wonder if you guys can hear me. I'm about to start my a tornado watch when we were leaving, but Melanie is coming to town. I'm so excited. And from there, we are going to just enjoy each other's company because every year we try to do a girls trip. And this girls trip, she's coming to me. The last year I went to her. Bless you. And then, yeah, so I have been running more. I'm going to be doing a half marathon probably in August or so. And then, not obviously, you guys haven't even heard, but for Melanie's 35th birthday, we said that we were going to do a half Ironman. So we're going to do a half Ironman, and I needed to get back into running shape. So that is why I am here. Obviously, it's beautiful and I would have wanted to come to the beach regardless, but there's a reason to why I've been running so much along, aside from the other obvious stuff. But so we're going to get into it, and I'll see you in a little bit. Let's get into it. So 5 lessons I learned in the last year. 1, set boundaries and stand on them. Stand on business. You need to be able to stick up for yourself, and protect your values and your morals. There are so many times that we tend to shrink ourselves and say, no, that's fine. And then we just slowly start packing ourselves into a hole, right? So imagine you're on the beach and you're building sandcastles, and your friend starts putting some sand on top of you. Oh, this is so fun. This is so silly. We're playing. So one moment it's, no, that works. It keeps going and it keeps going. And then after a while, you're just completely under the sand. And that's essentially what you're doing if you're not standing on your boundaries or sticking up for yourself. You are just literally piling yourself away. 2, talk to people. Freaking talk to people. Talk to your friends. Talk to your loved ones. Talk to your trusted people. Don't tell everybody your business. Do not do that. Don't tell a stranger that you just met. Unless you're on vacation and you guys are talking and you guys are just like, hey, what's up? And then you ask them permission to unload onto them. Because honestly, you're never going to see them again, right? But talk to your people. Let them know. Let them in. Because if you are holding all this in, and again, you just say, no, it's fine. I'm good. Things are great. Your friends are going to take that as face value. If she's good, if she really felt some type of way, she would tell me, because I love her. She loves me, or he loves me. I love him, whatever you are. They love me. If they think that you guys have that kind of relationship that you would tell them the truth and then you don't, like, that is probably one of the biggest slaps in the face. I just had a conversation with my best friend about this because she was struggling, and it's been months since I've seen her. And I was just like, so what's up? And she's like, well, it's been very tough for me lately. And I was just like, bitch, we have talked so many times in the last couple months. Why didn't you say anything? And she was just like, well, I was just overwhelmed. And I was like, honestly, out of all the people, you know that I know how that feels, because she used to get mad at me for never telling her anything. That if you don't tell your people what's happening, they don't know. They don't know what they don't know. They can't help you. They can't give you reason or hold space for you. Even if you just want to say it out loud, just so you can say it out loud, talk to your people. And the biggest thing, talk to somebody outside of your spouse. Because yes, your spouse or your significant other is great and they're there and they won't hold judgment against you or anything. But there is something different about talking to your girlfriends, talking to your guy friends, whatever. So that's lesson 2. Talk to people. 3. What is 3? Do shit. Just do it. insert Shia LaBeouf here. Get out. Go experience life. Life is too short to just be stuck behind a screen and living through other people's lenses, whether it's Netflix or YouTube or Instagram or TikTok or whatever. Go and do something. The amounts of times that I see a documentary or see something cool online, I'm like, ooh, I want to do that. And then I go and do it. Because I know if I don't act and if I don't move, then I'm just going to sit and be stuck. And if you really want to see a change, you have to move and you have to go and do something about it. Otherwise, you'll just be dead in the water. So that's another one. 4, take time to yourself. That is probably one of the biggest things. And everybody's time is going to look different to one person than the next. The way that I spend time with myself is very different than other people. I grew up as, I am the only child. I grew up primarily at home alone. So I'm very comfortable with myself. I'm very comfortable being alone. I love being alone. I actually thrive on it. I'm an introverted extrovert. So if I spend a lot of time with people, especially people that drain my battery, my social battery, I just need a week to myself. Not really talking to people. Sometimes I'll go a little ghost, especially if I'm overwhelmed or if there's a lot going on. I just need the time to myself to decompress and reevaluate and realign everything. Nothing bad happens necessarily. It's just, I need that time to feel better. And that is me setting boundaries, right? But taking the time on your own to go to the gym. So even if that's an hour a day or an hour a week, hopefully you're doing it at least a couple times a week if you are going to the gym. But taking that time and forcing yourself to do it alone so you can just focus on you and not necessarily appeasing anybody else. That is one of the biggest things that I would suggest you doing, whether that's, again, going to the gym or taking yourself out to eat or sitting on a beach journaling or going for a run or going on a camping trip or a road trip. These are all things I'm doing currently, actually. So taking that time to yourself is so good to not only give back to yourself, fill up your cup, but it's also a good time for you to reflect and really evaluate your life. But it's okay. And then 5, nourish your body, move your body. Like, I know it all coincides together with everything that I'm saying. It always goes back to health and fitness, but there's a reason for that. Whenever I eat good, I feel good. Whenever I move good, I feel good. Whenever I look good, I perform better. All of these things have the final end goal, which is you being better than you were yesterday. And that's why you say yes today. So nourishing your body with good foods, nourishing your body with good sun and experiences and good people and actually living your life. I could not say anything more than the reason. Like, I've gotten this question asked a lot is like, what was the big change? What made you want to do this? Was there somebody that got to you? Was there somebody that brainwashed you? Whatever. And it was like, my response is always just like, no. I realized that I am my favorite person. I realized that I am the most important person and I need to do whatever the fuck I need to do to put myself first and to put my health first and to put my happiness first. And again, my happiness looks way different than most people. If you could just put me in a city, give me a good gym, give me a Trader Joe's, an unlimited credit card with cycle classes and rock climbing and a camera and my dog. I got cut off because I had an alarm. All of those things make me so happy. I could go the rest of my life without having alcohol and be completely fine. I could go the rest of my life without going to a bar and be completely fine. But if I can't go out and adventure and touch grass or water or life and experience that would break my fucking heart. And if I can't go on little trips or hiking trips like that, you know, most of these things don't even cost money, right? And I feel like that's one of the biggest misconceptions is that people often say, what are the things that make you happy? And then I say, even food, right? they'll be like, well, what's your favorite thing? And I'll be like, honestly, if you just give me some ground turkey, a salad kit, and some cheese sticks, and then a sourdough, I would be fucking fantastic. And they're like, oh yeah, but what about blah? And I'm like, no, if I wanted that, I would have said that. But listen to what I'm saying, listen to what I'm asking for. It's very clear and concise. It's very simple. I'm a very simple person. And it doesn't look normal, right? I will literally eat out of a bag every single day and be good. Do I need to microwave it? No. Is it a nice addition? Yes. But it's not something that I need. There's a very big distinction with needing versus wanting and doing out of obligation or just doing it out of love, purpose, and intention, right? And so all of these things have culminated into what actually makes me happy, and just following that, even though it doesn't make sense to most people. It doesn't make sense to the people that are closest to me. The people that are very close to me, they get it because they've been with me long enough and they understand. And which is way crazier is that some people that are newer into my life actually understand me more because they've taken the time to try to understand and actually listen and to actually be there in the moment with me, and then also just observe, and then not only observe but see what happens after, and then allow me to just shine and be who I've always wanted to be. And I think that that is one of the coolest things of having friendships and having people in your corner of they want to see you win. And I'm very fucking fortunate to have people that want to see me win and that want to be with me whenever I win, and people that believe in me. It is so empowering, and so, I just feel so freaking blessed at times. And I know God has put these people into my life for a reason. I know that He knew I needed a shift. I know He wanted people to take care of me the way that I've taken care of others sorry, my phone keeps going off. But I just know that all of this is happening for a reason. And that's why I'm just trusting in God, and I'm trusting in these yeses. And again, I'm not just doing it willy nilly, even though from people's bird's eye view, they're like, Vanessa, why is Vanessa in California now? She was just in Texas yesterday. Why is she here now? She looks a little manic, but they don't know that all of it is very methodical and planned out. I have been talking about it, and I've been talking about doing a road trip for the last 3 years that I've been wanting to do. I went to 1 to 4, what? Second, I needed to see my mom. Third, I had to do it now because it's going to start getting and busier, and I won't have the luxury to be able to just pack up my shit and go later on this year. And I know that. I'm very well aware of that. So that's why I decided to do it. I decided to go into the boardwalk. I'm going to go on the boardwalk. But all of that being said, I'm getting all the ugly angles. These are all things that I learned, and I've really not just learned, but I have implemented in my life, and it has been life-changing. I guess bonus is obvious believing in God, trusting in God, practicing your faith, whatever that looks like to you. But whenever I hit my rock bottom, which I will open up about a little bit later, not quite yet, when I hit my rock bottom multiple times, it was kind of like I was surfing. You're surfing through life, and a wave just takes you over. And that wave is one emotional big moment of your life, right? That's the analogy. But then the wave takes you over, and then you hit the ground, and that's rock bottom. And then you just keep hitting your head and keep hitting your arm and your shoulder, and you're tumbling underneath the water, and you're hitting coral. You just hit your head on the rocks. You hit your head on whatever the fuck is down there. And that's what I felt like my life was like in the last couple of years, but especially in 2025. And because of that, that's what made me just start praying and saying, okay, I'm really going to go to church. And then I got baptized and continued to go and stream. So obviously I can't go to church right now, and I love my church. So I just stream my services every week if I'm traveling. So I'm excited. I don't know if any of this makes sense, but we're showing up, we're doing it, and I'm going to sign off because I need to finish my walk and then I'm driving to Sacramento. So until next time, I'll see you next time. I love you all so much. Bye.